Hey, this is TGray, and I just want to let you know you can follow me on Twitter at @TGrayWins. This video is for the 75%. That's a special message to the 75%. Who are the 75%? I was in the gym this morning, and I'm listening to my headphones, and I was listening to something that was absolutely shocking to me. Did you realize that 75% of the people in America are literally living from paycheck to paycheck? It's insane, 75%. Do you understand how big that number is? And I would venture to guess that if you take any country in the world in the current economy, 75% of people are living from paycheck to paycheck. Now listen, I'm not down on the 75%. I was in the 75%. I grew up in the 75%. I grew up in a household that was broke, that was living from check to check, that, you know, sometimes we would pay the bills and there wouldn't even be enough to pay the bills, much less have anything over. So I know what it's like to be in the 75%. Worse, I know what it's like to be in the 75% with a broke mentality. And here's the thing, folks, you know, here's what I realized. You're in the 75% if, number one, you live from check to check. Number two, you're comfortable with that. Number three, you think it's okay. Number four, you look at anything that people are doing to get out of that as taking a risk. In number five, I think I'm losing count. If you spend your whole week giving all of your energy to somebody else's job, somebody else's dream, and then you squeeze your life into the evenings and the weekends, if you take every weekend and all you do is kind of sit back, relax, and play and go to barbecues and do that kind of stuff, and you don't use that time to get out, you're doomed to be stuck in the 75%. See, you gotta view being in the 75% like being in prison. Right? And you know those old-fashioned prison movies where the prisoners would escape? When did they dig their tunnel? They dug the tunnel in the evenings, at night when everybody else was sleeping, right? So they dug the tunnel on the time that it was allotted for them to relax. And that's when you can get out of the 75%. You have to dig your freedom tunnel during the time that's allotted for you to relax. You're going to have to give up some relaxation. You're going to have to give up some evenings. You're going to have to give up some weekends. But I'm here to tell you that if you do it for a season, you can get your whole life. You can be free. You see, I'm coming from a place where I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to have the lights turned out. I know what it's like to lose your car. I know what it's like to lose your house. But I also know what it's like to turn it all around by digging your freedom tunnel and saying no to TV for a season, by saying no to this event or that invitation or hanging out or whatever, and just getting focused for a season and saying, hey, I'm going to get out of this thing so that my family can live abundantly. You see, you were designed to live abundantly. You were meant to have it all, not to have some of it. You were meant to be free. You weren't meant to be at someone else's beck and call so that they can use the best parts of you up so you have nothing left for you and your family. You see, I'm here to show you how to get out. What you got to do, folks, you got to stop just watching my videos. You got to stop just ignoring my posts, and you need to reach out to me. And I don't care if you do what I do or if you do what somebody else does, just do something. But all I can tell you is I was hanging out with an amazing lady last night. She was a waitress. She is a high school dropout. She was living from check to check. She was struggling. And now here she is in just a 3-year period of time. She turned her whole life around and she's a millionaire. Folks, I'm trying to tell you, all you have to do is focus. And, you know, for those of you who want to get religious and say, hey, well, money's not everything, it doesn't make you happy. You're right, money doesn't make you happy, but being broke doesn't make you happy either. And money isn't everything, but it's all you think about when you're broke, isn't it? And just think too, you know, since we done brought the Bible into it, the Bible definition of the word sin means that you have missed the mark. It just means that you haven't lived up to God's standard in a particular area. And what did he say? He said he wants your children, he wants you to leave an inheritance for your children's children. So what that means is that if all you're doing is making enough to get by, you're missing the mark. That's a sin. He wants you to be in abundance so you can be a blessing to your family and be a blessing to other people. So, folks, I want you to know that that's what I'm committed to. This is a message for the 75%. I'm not mad at you. Believe me, I'm not. I'm I'm just inspired to tell you that I'm here to help. And there's so many things that you can do, whether you do what I do or you do something else. There's so many things that you can do that can get you out. It just means that for a season, we got to turn off the TV. We got to skip some events. We got to just buckle down. We got to get focused, and we can't give up so easily. I love you guys, and I'm here. I'm a success coach. I can help you. Let's talk soon, or just do something. All right? Go ahead and tag me up, comment on this video. Let me know what you think. I love you guys. And again, you can follow me on Twitter at TGray Wins.